Hi, my name is Carol Bartolotto, and I'm going to talk about our research project at UCLA Dining with Cynthia Franchini, Catherine Carpenter, and Wendy Slusser. It's called The Effect of Menu Reordering on the Carbon Footprint of Dietary Choices in University Dining. Food systems have a significant impact on climate change and account for 25 to 30% of human-created greenhouse gas emissions. The livestock sector alone contributes 14.5% of greenhouse gas emissions, which is more than the entire transportation sector. A carbon footprint includes every step in a food's life cycle: the growing, harvesting, processing, and distributing of food around the world. Each step involves using resources and releasing greenhouse gases, which are quantified in carbon equivalent units. In general, animal-based foods have a much higher carbon footprint than plant-based foods. Beef, lamb, and cheese have the highest carbon footprint, fruit, vegetables, and legumes the lowest. Some animal foods also have a low carbon footprint, such as sustainably raised fish and eggs, as long as they are 4 ounces or less. Positively influencing choices using a nudge strategy is an approach that can be easily used in food service operations. One of the most light touch and low cost nudge strategies is to change the order of menu items. This study aimed to increase climate-friendlier dietary choices by reordering some customizable menu items according to their carbon footprint. This study was conducted during the fall quarter of 2021 at the study at Hedrick, a UCLA grab-and-go eatery where students order their meals on an iPad. During the study, the order of ingredients was modified twice. For the first 5 weeks, customizable menu options, add-ons, and beverages were listed from the highest to the lowest carbon footprint, and then for the next 5 weeks, the order was reversed. We use data on the carbon footprint of food to reorder menu options, which is reflected in this graphic. You can see that beef, lamb, and cheese have the highest carbon footprint, and that some animal foods, such as sustainably raised fish, have a lower carbon footprint. The different menu options were combined according to food type, animal or vegetable base, and food category. Table 1 compares sales between the first and second data collection. The numbers are significantly different between the two periods for each food category and for the two food types. Overall, results show that students were more likely to choose plant-based and low-carbon options when these were placed at the top of the menu. Among animal-based foods, sales decreased for pork, poultry, and cheese options, where sales increased for beef, milk, eggs, and fish. However, the fish used at the study is sustainable and the eggs served were less than 4 ounces. Thus, both items had a low carbon footprint, so it is actually a good thing that amounts increase for these animal foods. With the exception of beverages, sales of all plant-based options increased during the second data collection. So in conclusion, menu reordering can increase plant-based and low-carbon footprint options and decrease consumption of animal foods. However, the beef and milk options in the study were not decreased. This highlights the need for a multi-strategy intervention focused on raising students' awareness of the environmental impact of animal-based foods, especially beef and dairy. We have demonstrated in other research at UCLA that adding new plant-based menu options and a social marketing campaign can work to decrease beef consumption. This is why current strategies at UCLA Dining include using a social marketing campaign with posters and infographics in dining halls to increase students' food literacy. We also have teaching kitchen programs which offer cooking skills and information to address the impact and misconceptions about animal versus plant foods. In this regard, the Teaching Kitchen can play a crucial role as an interactive educational program that can support behavior change towards consumption of lower carbon footprint foods. We did a teaching kitchen event comparing plant and animal foods, as you can see in the poster on the slide, and also are examples of some of the infographics and posters that we use in UCLA dining to talk about the impact of food on climate. And lastly, we have our references. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about our research.